dare you? He's done nothing wrong. Nothing whatsoever. So we're going to take a look into this. Like I said, I did invite Andy on to defend what he's doing. He's unwilling to, and that's fine. I have no issue with that whatsoever. But I made that invitation because I wanted to be fair in this situation. Now, what a lot of people are equating this to is he's not doxing because he didn't do nothing. That's right. Because this person is bad and we can dox bad people. Now, I did have a couple people like right out of the gate, like, I don't give a fuck. Dox them. I don't care. I'm like, you know what? Respect. At least you're honest about it. At least you're like, I am, I'm okay with this. Like, that's fine. If that's how you are, that is fine. I can at least respect your honesty. But I have always been against doxing. I have always said that you should have the ability to remain anonymous online if you want to. You should be able to keep your identity private on social media if that is what you wish. And there was a couple things in Andy's videos that were completely dishonest, and I did have an issue with using that as a narrative. Yes, sorry, Andy Signor from Popcorn Planet. He used to be on Screen Junkies. And then not going to go into all the other stuff about what happened to him on Screen Junkies, but that was not his fault. And don't blame Andy for any of that. I do know that he was basically Me Too'd, and to my understanding, he's pretty much innocent, right? He might be, and we might look at the Witchy Women video in a little bit. He's definitely tried things with women, to my understanding, behind the scenes, but in that situation, all the text came out, and pretty much he's been exonerated from it. Oh, you know what, Saggy? The funny thing is if I wish I'd have seen some of the stuff I see now. I really do. And I guess I didn't. I gave him the benefit of the doubt many, many times. But undeservingly so. And that's because he has doxed in the past before. I did put a little, like, what's it called? Like a little trailer on the beginning of here. And he did not end up, to my understanding, releasing the information and pictures that he had. He used it as a way to shut people up. And that's very similar to what he's doing right now, which is what I have the issue with. Because a lot of what we're seeing is intimidation by fear of doxing, and that's a silencing technique. Now I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll go through the video, but I did already see it, and nothing's right about this. And they're conflating it to, what if this girl, Camila, worked for Amber? What if we had somebody on Johnny Depp's side? I want you guys to remember this, that absolutely worked for Johnny's team, that got information, that worked as essentially a PR team. You kind of remember that. You got to remember that. We absolutely had somebody on Johnny's side that was essentially getting free information because of how well his videos did. So we had somebody working on Johnny's side getting information out there. So 2 wrongs don't make a right. I see someone say, yeah, let me see here. What about Amber Heard supporters? Yeah. Do you think I'm okay with that? Yeah, Amber Heard stans have no problem doxing us. The hypocrisy with her stance is astonishing. Yes, I have an issue with that too. I absolutely do. And I've talked about it multiple times. I've made videos about it multiple times. Do you remember when Amber was trying to dox like 200 Twitter users? How fucking ridiculous that was. And then it ended up being just a couple. And then it ended up having, kind of being swept under the rug. It's absolutely ridiculous. So we're going to take a look at the video. We will probably end up looking at not only that video, but I've got one up from Saggy and from Witchy Women. The issue I have here is nothing of what he's doing is illegal. That's the honest truth. He keeps saying the legal way. I'm doing this the legal way. I'm doing this the legal way. Doxing isn't technically illegal. It's that moral gray area that I will not step my foot in, that I will not step over that line. I don't think anyone should, but there are people that are at least honest and upfront about it. Honest is subjective to Annie. Yeah, I've noticed that. He was pretty shitty with me yesterday. When I invited him on. But I was actually surprised how defensive he was about the whole situation. Now, does this Camila person, is she working for Amber? Amber? We don't know that. She, to my understanding, is a young girl. To my understanding, is an Amber stan. Now, we are going to go through his Twitter thread where he explains it all. And honestly, I have a huge issue with doxing anybody, no matter. Like, when we were talking about Andrew Tate, and it was Shane that kind of made me think about it. One of his comments, he said, we have to protect free speech even if we don't agree with the people that are saying it. You have to. You have to, or it goes away. And honestly, Amber's the one that's already been gone after. Amber is the one that's already been gone after. Lost. Publicly known as a fucking turd. Why do you care what this one Amber stan has to say? Why are you so interested in silencing this person? Because doxing, in essence, is used to silence people and scare them into submission, into being quiet and going away. And that's a fucking bully. I'm sorry. That is a bully. One thing I've never fucking put up with here is a bully. No matter who you are. Now he's going to try to change it like he did with Saggy, with a couple other people. And be like, oh my God, these Amber Heard stands. Obviously, you guys know better, right? Obviously, you guys know better. I have been talking about this case long before Andy even knew it probably existed, to be fair. So don't act like I am some crazy Amber Heard fan. I'm saying justice for Johnny, in essence, was served. You don't really honestly think that Johnny would condone, Johnny himself would say it was okay to dox random people. Now we're going to go over it all. We're going to give him the benefit of the doubt, right? We're going to do that. I think it's only fair. I can't say I agree with it, but it's fair. Now, I do know even Keemstar called him out. I found that rather interesting, right? I found it rather interesting because Keemstar's kind of a bully himself. Like, I'm not going to lie. Keemstar is kind of a bully. If a bully is calling out a bully, it's pretty fucking bad. I don't know. I'm still kind of at the point where I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't think it's okay. I don't. I'm sorry. If it was a Johnny Depp fan when they were trying to dox Tug, bye Teresa. Peace, homie. When they were trying to dox Tug, even though he had already been a dox, so it technically wasn't. I stood up for him also. I'll stand up to anybody that fucking bullies somebody. Yeah, get your facts. Popcorn Planet has not and will not dox anyone. He literally, we're going to go over it, Sophia. I said I'd give him the benefit of the doubt. But he literally said he was going to share the generalities. He literally said he was going to share the generalities. That's doxing. And he's done it before. So I don't trust the idea of it. Otis, you said JDA emailed me? No, he didn't. If he said that, he's lying.
Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and guys, we need to have a serious talk about Camila. Now, there's a lot of misinformation going out there right now about me, and I think it's time to clear the air. There's a lot of bozos out.
Let's see who the bozos are, okay? Why is Andy Signor begging for Cash App donations so he can hire a personal investigator to dox anonymous Twitter accounts? I don't think that's a bozo. I think it's a fair question. Because that's exactly what he did. And it's exactly what he'll do later on. Sure, the clip was taken out of context, but he's asking a question. A question. I don't even know who this is, but I'm just saying.
Out there who are being very ill-informed, trying to claim that I'm begging for Cash App donations to hire PIs to DOX anonymous Twitter accounts, LMAFO.
If you're gonna do it, at least have the balls to say the word. Come on now. I get it. Monetization sucks, but the instant you bring up Amber's name, you're demonetized.
Here's
Andy Signor, a grown 43-year-old man, is on YouTube threatening to dox a young girl, which Andy has already came out and said he knows she's a young girl, and Camila has already came out and said she is a young girl. Now there's a lot of like fishy shit in there, right? Like it's definitely questionable whether or not he's telling the truth. But regardless, the second you think somebody is a young girl, I think Camila is lying about her age also. But that's where you stop. This is a threat he made against me when someone Matt Jarbo. Yeah, he threatened him to dox him and Mad Max. All over this is not a joke. I'm being super serious right now. This was all over the Snyder Cut. The media uses Camila as a source. The media also uses Tug as a source. Should he be doxed? The media also uses random people on Twitter all the time. Should all of them be doxed? JDA emailed me about liking you. Fuck JDA. What do you mean, Otis? Not you, but JDA can go suck a cucumber. I don't care.
Amber Stan trying to put this narrative out that I'm a grown 43-year-old man threatening to DOX a young girl with a Stan account. He's also asking followers for money to pay the private investigator. And of course, this is triggering the...
He is, but nobody expects... First off, this whole fucking situation. If it's a little girl, she shouldn't be used as a source. Right, but they do that all the time. That's pretty fucking typical. They're going to take tweets and make articles about it. That's just how the media works. That's how all media works. That was one thing he told me I was just talking about this because I wanted to get clout off of him, clicks and views. And I kind of questioned that, like, isn't that kind of ironic? Isn't it kind of ironic for you to be saying that? Considering I just invited you on to defend yourself? Do you know how, I don't know, PLD is, Camila? And I was kind of like, nobody expects you. Nobody in their right mind would expect you to, I'm assuming it's pretty obvious that's his full job, right? Nobody expects you to do that for free. That's not even what anybody is saying. Nobody expects you to go to your job for free. Come on now. Ridiculous.
Most toxic haters I've ever had in my life, proving why I've cut them out of my life, but they just can't live without mentioning me and making it about themselves. Coming out of the woodwork to just crap on me. And
I fucking find it hilarious. I fucking find it hilarious that he used this one. And the only names that he marked off of here were Jarbo and Saggy. And the funny thing about that is even through email, he's like, oh, go hang out with Jarbo. Like, bro, what? I don't know Jarbo. What are you talking about? I don't know him from Adam. It makes zero sense. Let's see what Saggy had to say. Hey, someone want to ask Andy Signor why he's grifting his audience to give him money so he can hire a PI to dox people on the internet he doesn't like. And that's the issue I have with it. It's a really slippery slope. If you're doxing somebody for a difference of opinion, where does it end? Does it end with Camila? Or does the next person you disagree with get doxed also? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you can justify it however you want. It doesn't make it okay. I was never in his life when I cut him out. Oh, yeah, I knew that. But it's funny to hear him twist the facts. It really, really is. Especially when I know what's going on.
oh, he's asking his money. He's grifting again to people I don't like. And then even people like Keemstar getting on this. Keem, come on. Hit me up. We've talked. Why you being so ignorant on this? No, that's...
You said on your YouTube video you are trying to find the identity of some people with the intent of sharing their identity to your fans, which would result in harassment. I think the harassment's already began. That is kind of Camila's bed. She can lie in it, right? So that is doxing. It absolutely is. Actually, before we get into this too much, doxing, the search for and publish private or identifying information on the internet, typically with malicious intent. Look at him clout chasing Keemstar, right? The thing is, no matter what generalities, and that's the word he's going to use here in a minute, he shares, that is still doxing. That is an issue. Harassment, note him doing it, can't control what other people do. Yeah, I agree to a point.
It's not what I said I'm doing. You clearly didn't watch the video, and a lot of people didn't. So I thought it was very important.
We can go back and look at exactly what he says. He doesn't have that. But he's going to go over this Camila thread, and I think that's important too, because this is his justification for hiring. Listen to this out loud. A private investigator to find a random Twitter account. Do you think for a hot minute that he does not have an alternate Twitter account that he uses? Do you think for a hot minute that most of these people don't? Regardless of who this person is, he is hiring a private investigator to try to find out identifying information about a random Twitter account that disagrees with him. Let that sink in.
That I break down what I'm actually doing and who this Camila person is, why it's so important that we know her identity. And
why does he get to decide it's important that we know her identity? Why? Why is it so, like, he's going to go through it. He's going to try to justify his behavior. He really is. And I have no love for Camila or Amber Heard. I don't have to make myself clear on that. I've been covering this for forever. But you don't get to dox people that disagree with you.
And when I say know her identity, it just means me, the reporter, the personality. I want to know and report the generalities about what I find with you. Unless I find that they do indeed.
Buy a membership to watch replays. Oh. I thought you were saying buy a membership to watch his replay. I'm like, I don't think you have to. It's still up. Andy is probably this Camille person fighting with himself. Oh my God. It wouldn't be the first time. Not him, but that it's happened like that.
Indeed work for Amber Heard's PR firm because they've so far lied about that. And I think it's important we know that. So I put.
Why is it important you know the job of a random fucking person? That is doxing. Why is it important you know their job?
Together a whole thread. I want to use this as my script. I hope you will share this thread and this video to get the word out because this is important, guys.
The thing is about this person is they're not even affecting any change. Like there was, if you guys remember, Libs of TikTok got kind of doxxed. They had their private information out there, but somebody found it, right? And I was kind of like, howsies on that one because this woman was affecting legislation. This woman was getting people fired from their job and kids harassed. This woman is just putting her fucking opinions out there, and a couple have gone viral. This woman, we'll go through it. Maybe she's done worse than I know. But I don't see her affecting any legislation. I don't see her affecting any real world change. I don't see her getting people fired from their jobs, teachers. I don't see her getting kids harassed. We'll get there. But I'm trying to understand you, Andy, but there is no justification. There's just not.
And this is why I'm doing it, okay? Let's start on Camila. Who is Camila, Andy? Why are we even talking about this person who's trending in the Johnny Depp circles? Well, she's an aggressive
and toxic Amber Heard stan who quickly gained a suspicious amount of virality through Twitter threads sharing only negative stuff about Johnny Depp. It's Twitter. It is very left-leaning. Of course, it's going to get a little bit more traction. Always Grows made things up completely out of context. Of course, that's what they do. Ignoring clear evidence against Amber. Again, of course, that's what they do.
toxic Amber Heard stan who quickly gained suspicious amount of virality through Twitter threads sharing only negative stuff about Johnny, always gross, made up things completely out of context, ignoring clear evidence against Amber. Now here's an example of one of them.
I'm just going to put this on screen because I think it's a good point.
A super long list of truly awful, bizarre, and downright weird nice guy Johnny Depp did that most people don't know about. These were hit pieces, guys. Completely biased.
Aren't hit pieces... Okay. I'm not a fan of hit pieces, but hit pieces aren't tweets.
Hit pieces more often than not with just complete nonsense or taking things out of context, like responses he did to her being aggressive and just completely trying to paint Amber the saint and Johnny as the one who was doing everything wrong.
Right, we all do that. I hate to break it to you, but we all do that. We do that. We fucking do that with Johnny. Quit playing. And I'm okay with doing that. At least I'm honest about it.
These were totally biased hit pieces. And what was so...
Hit pieces are not fucking tweets. Hit pieces are something in the Hollywood Reporter. We had one. We covered it here. It was like the radioactive something something. We went through it in detail.
Troubling about them is they were getting spread everywhere. This one had like 40,000 likes at one point. It was really getting virality, and I just don't believe it was actual real engagement. Something was fueling this thread, and a lot of us suspected things that I'll get to in a second. Now, before we even go into her...
In between lying threads, she would aim toxic Amber bots to target popular Depp supporters. Here is her encouraging them to dox that umbrella guy's wife and kids. Again, I'm going to state this. Tug was doxed long before he covered Amber Heard. Does that make it okay? Fuck no. I've stood up for the man many times, and we disagree on a lot. On actually almost everything except for Johnny Depp. Does that mean that Tug deserves harassment? No, absolutely not. But if you are going to say, I had one of Andy's supporters say, he is not basically, he can't police his audience, then you have to say the same thing about her. The cops were falsely called and showed up. Yeah, Tug's received a lot of bullshit, and it's unfortunate. In fact, they were called so much, police had to protect him. Good. Fucking good.
Threads, I want to focus on why she's toxic.
That's not even her. That's not her. And this person should be absolutely fucking called the police on. May or may not. That's not her, though. What a fucking idiot who does that kind of shit. Tug doxed himself a few years ago. Here, I'll read this out loud because, yeah, absolutely. It sucks. Tug doxed himself a few years ago when he was fighting with Vic Mignogna. Story, he was trolling someone. I believe it was Renfamous. He had issues with Renfamous. Yeah, that's what you say. And bought a domain name with her name, and that's how he was doxed. Yeah. He accidentally doxed himself. And then he confirmed it before they even did. I'm not saying that's okay. He actually confirmed it because I think he has the same name as an actor, and they were saying something about that actor, and he was like, look, they doxed me. I don't like any of that. None of that is okay. But if it's not okay to do it to Tug, then why is it okay? Bye, Dolores. Have fun with your hypocrisy. If it's not okay to do it to Tug, why is it okay to do it to anyone else? You have to be fucking consistent somewhere in life.
In between these threads, she would aim her Amber bots and target popular supporters of Depp.
Okay. Listen to the hypocrisy of that. We do that all the fucking time to Amber Heard supporters. Are you serious? Are you really going to tell me that she deserves doxed because she said some bad stuff that we didn't agree with? That she spread or that she aimed hate at Tug? Yeah, I don't think that's cool. But Tug spread hate at them too. Stop it. It's a give and take. If one didn't exist, the other wouldn't either.
Here she is encouraging folks to DOX that umbrella guy's wife and kids. The cops were actually called, guys.
Yeah, I did know about this.
He's talked about this in numerous.
I thought it was some. I heard the 911 call, but it wasn't Camila. It was a dude. And I can't remember his name. I'd have to go back and look through Tug's videos. Fuck, I don't remember his name. It's some guy from California that called the cops. Andy is so much worse than Tug right now. Yeah, I don't have an issue with Tug. I don't have an issue with Tug at all. I'm trying to convey here that I don't. And that I think any hate towards him, it's fucking ridiculous. If you dox, then you deserve to be doxed. That's what I'm saying, Jay. If that's your mindset, I can at least respect your honesty. I can at least respect your honesty. I don't, okay, if you dox me, then you deserve. I don't necessarily feel that way. I'm against it altogether, but at least you're being fucking honest. You're not saying I'm not doxing somebody while simultaneously doxing somebody. At least you're out there going, I'm okay with it.
Videos. They've come after him so much that the cops now have to protect him from these Twitter users. I may or may not have called Tennessee Child Protective Services this morning. All triggered by Camila saying someone needs to do a wellness check on Tug's wife and kids.
That's fucked up. That's beyond fucked up. But let's see here. I want to look at the times here. So what he's trying to convey to you, and I want to make this really clear here, is that it was directly Camila's fault. Okay? This is what he's trying to convey to you. When it's not. 37 minutes ago, someone needs to do a wellness check on Tug's wife and kids. I'm so serious. All you have to do is reach out to Lola. I'm sure she's still online. You can ask her yourself. 34. There was 3 minutes in between these two tweets. He's trying to say that it was directly her fault. 3 minutes had passed. 3 minutes. Let that sink in for a minute. He's twisting it here. He is absolute 3 fucking minutes. 3 minutes she called, did all this stuff, and then tweeted it out. Come on now. You know what you're fucking doing here. By the way, this Lamb, whatever her name is, should absolutely be reported. Not just to Twitter, but to the police.
I may or may not have called Tennessee Child Protective Services this morning. All triggered by Camila saying someone needs to do a wellness check.
3 minutes. He's twisting the facts here. Am I saying it's okay? Fuck no.
Check on Tug's wife and kids. I'm so serious. Oh, this is cool, Camila. Yeah, that's a normal stand thing to do, right? Oh, there should be no consequences for setting.
There should absolutely be consequences for doxing somebody. absolutely be consequences. Unfortunately, it's not illegal. There are portions of what can happen that can be illegal, but it fucking sucks. I feel bad for Tug in this situation, not you, Andy.
That up and telling people what to do. Remember that, guys, because that's important. That's why she's problematic. But instead of being challenged, no. She was unchallenged by.
I don't think a single Depp supporter would ever say that that wasn't problematic. I don't think a single human that has empathy and compassion would ever say that's not problematic. That's absolutely problematic. And I really, really hope Tug took it to the authorities, but it seems like he has.
Twitter safety, nothing. All the toxic things she's done ignored. This toxic DOXing completely unverified.
I sound mad. No, I don't mean to sound mad at all. I've been sick for the last 10 days or so. My voice is finally starting to get better, but I have to kind of push it out more. I'm not doing it on purpose, I promise.
Verified Twitter troll was then lifted up by the mainstream media, guys. This is where the story actually goes. She was used as this legit source of intel.
Andy, so have you. Andy, you have also. What are you talking about? So has Tug. Whether it's Bounding into Comics or Cosmic Book News or any of these. What is that other one? Pop Topic. There's a bunch of them. You have too.
Camila threads were used as the basis for hundreds, probably like 1,000 positive news stories. And I want to give huge shout out to Janet Rowley, who did this research, put it out there, and you guys can do it yourself. The dozens and dozens of articles, she couldn't keep track. There were just too many. We'll get to the young girl in a second. But here, like insane amounts of threads, articles linking Camila's threads.
So have you. Especially during the trial. There were hundreds of articles linking your tweets, Tug tweets, Laura B's tweets. A bunch. Quit playing.
A lot, guys. A lot. They were literally lifting up an anonymous Twitter troll as the basis of positive Amber news. And they were doing it with out their tongue in their cheek. It was just here's some real informed information.
I don't wish death upon anyone. I would much rather Amber have to live with the chaos that she's caused. That's a much worse hell than an easy way out. So please chill with that.
Not even addressing the irony of the person who's actually supporting it is just like Amber herself. So that's when Laura, the real Laura B, asked the question that a lot of us had.
I love Laura. Have no issue with Laura, have no issue with Tug. I want to make that very clear. They're great people. I've talked to Laura in comments before. She's commented on here. She's awesome. She's a great source, an amazing brain. So I want to make that clear. Again, I had to with Tug. I'm going to here. Pretty sure he was against libs of TikTok being doxxed. Shut up. Shut up. Oh my God. Of course.
She wanted to know, could Camila secretly be one of Amber's PR reps at Shane Communications? Now, she asked this. She said, just curious, this you, Camila? And she put out a tweet asking if she was this person. Now, who's this person? Immediately, because this was where things get really off the rails. Because Camila used an avatar that was of a black anime.
You know what? I just realized something. Why would he be the one doing this anyway? None of what's been said so far has a damn thing to do with him. Nothing. The first part was about Tug. Now we're talking about Laura. Unless something changes, nothing has to do with him. Nothing.
An animated black woman. It was even like a Bratz or something in the beginning. She always used some sort of like animated black person as her avatar. People just assumed Camila was black. I've never seen Camila confirm this once, but dare because Laura B picked a black employee at Shane PR, suddenly it was racist. It was racist.
Oh, that's silly. Laura doesn't have a mean bone in her body. Are you serious? Come on now. That's dumb, but that's 2022, unfortunately.
Now, once Laura asked this question, Camila went completely nuked her account, okay? And then they came out, and Laura was like, dude, this woman I'm saying, it's not because she's black. It's because she's literally the spokesperson for Amber Heard in articles. And she was the diversity rep that was working with Amber Heard. That's why she picked her, not because of the color of her skin. But people had to like...
I don't think that... I can't believe for a second that Laura would ever go down that path. Just not even for a second. That's not who she is.
We are hard pressed to understand why you think Miss White is Camila. Is because both women are African American? I mean, like, the defamation here is insane. This Shane PR rep now implying that's why she made the deduction? Nonsense. She made the deduction because, as we just proved to you, highlighted, and you can find numerous more, she was Amber's spokesperson. So that's where things went off the rail. They not only did that, they released her personal information. In the article, they released, here it is. So they
again, Camila did not release Laura's information, even though he spun it both times like it was Camila both times. He's not even going after the people that dox these people. He's going after somebody else. It was NBC.
Camila nuked her whole account. Shane then threatened legal action against Laura, and Laura was accused of DOXing and racism with no, like, literally no justice to it.
Same, Savage. I don't know. I don't understand it. Like, I could almost understand if Tug was going after the people that doxed him, even though he accidentally did it himself, and then that was Renfamous, right? Or Laura. I could understand that warpath mentality. I'm fucking pissed. You doxed me. I'm gonna fucking get back. Like, I could, just from the human standpoint, I can understand. But I don't understand where Andy comes into this situation.
And then an NBC journalist, Cat 10 Barge, teamed up with Shane PR, and I'm still waiting to get more information on that. How much
There's no way that's her real that's her real name. Is her name really Cat 10 Barge? Like, that's got to be a pen name, right? Maybe, I don't know.
Information did she get before Laura? I'm curious to find that out, Kat. How close were you working with Shane PR? She loudly defended this anonymous Twitter user, Camila, declaring Laura a liar.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Just took the word of Shane PR and Camila, declared Laura a liar, and exposed Laura's last name, the city she lives in, where she worked, all things Laura had previously kept private.
Yeah, that's fucked up. But isn't Laura's name in her Twitter handle? Maybe not. Maybe it's not the same last name. I just always assumed. I just always thought it was Brockov or whatever it is right here. Could be totally different last name. I have no interest in knowing. I have no interest in knowing where she lives. I have no interest in knowing anything about Laura. Not in a mean way. Besides her brain. She's phenomenal at doing this. She's great at doing this. She always has been. And I don't think it's any of our fucking business.
She did. A news reporter did this to defend Camila, who's already doxed, Umbrella Guy.
Wait. He just literally lied.
This to defend Camila, who's already doxed, Umbrella Guy.
What? Did anybody else catch that? I'll give it to you one more time.
A news reporter did this to defend Camila, who's already doxed, Umbrella Guy.
Okay. All right. So we know, besides twisting the facts, we know Andy will outright lie. I know she's a recent grandmother, little boy. She's so freaking cute. I love her. She's awesome. She's such a good person, too. Like, she doesn't deserve any of this bullshit. And she's been here, like, incredibly average came before me on YouTube. Me and Darth and Entertainment Hacker started covering this kind of all around the same time, shortly after Incredibly Average. But Laura predates everybody. Laura has been the fucking queen of this fandom or this coverage since day one, and she deserves all the credit she's given. She deserves more. She's awesome.
And again, racism, all without ever verifying who Camila really was.
Okay, this is the article that doxes Laura. It looks like he's got her name blacked out. That's so weird. I always thought her last name was Brokov because that's what's in her name. And that's you know what? That's a really good way to skew people to thinking it's something else. That's actually pretty fucking smart. Was once a real estate salesperson in Massachusetts, according to public real estate license records. Yeah, that's stupid. Why? Okay, regularly defends Depp on Twitter and YouTube. Again, we're talking about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. This is a big deal, yes, but we're not talking about legislation. We're not talking about getting random people fired. We're not talking about cancel culture at its finest. We're talking about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. That was unnecessary. Really unnecessary. Andy looks how tartar sauce smells. Yeah, I can agree with you. I think you're absolutely right. Oh, God. Now you made my stomach hurt. Thanks, Joseph. Okay. On Thursday, the law firm Bergeson LLP sent a cease and desist letter to... Okay, so that's why they did it. Okay. Who it says falsely claimed that a Twitter account... Okay, so Laura got in a little bit of trouble, it looks like. That's unfortunate. She just asked the question. But what it looks like is basically Laura made an accusation or asked a question, rather. And they said, enough with this. We're sending a cease and desist. And that's why they needed the name. Doesn't make it okay, but at least I understand now. So she got a cease and desist. Goodness gracious. All for asking a question.
Here it is. I blocked it out because I don't want to keep putting it out there for herself because she asked that it shouldn't be. But yeah, there she, and then on Thursday, the law firm sent the cease and desist letter. Okay, got it. Wrote a whole article about a pro-Depp supporter spreading lies and conspiracy theories about an employee of the public reaction. Kat literally can't even confirm. None of us really can confirm whether this person is. Literally, Camila...
Well, I mean, if they're sending a cease and desist letter, it's pretty clear that's not who that is. Like, they're not going to go to that length of the law in order to... that would be some 4D chess or something. Honestly.
It could be Kat. It could be me. It could be Amber. It could be Johnny. There's no way to prove it unless you can actually see them.
Tug was doxxed. Andy is telling the truth. Tug was doxxed years before the Johnny Depp stuff. Again, years before. We've already went over this. Does it make it okay? No, I'm not going to keep repeating myself. For Andy supporters, Andy has the right to dox people. Nick, you're crazy. Hi, Nick. I'm sorry. I was really into the video. I didn't mean to ignore anybody. I promise. That's nothing but a threat. Cease and desist are just empty threats. That's fair. That makes sense. It's fucking weird.
Log in directly. You know what I mean? But Kat is just saying it's impossible. It's impossible. And that Laura's spreading lies and conspiracy theories. That on NBC News. This is NBC News.
So he just told you who doxed Laura. And it wasn't Kat. It was NBC News. Again, it doesn't make it okay, but he's distorting the facts in order to dox somebody.
This isn't like some independent blog or just a tweet. This is an NBC News article that then goes in, I'm not a woman, move on, Camila tweeted later.
I'm not that woman. Talking about the woman that Laura said.
Reached over direct message. The owner of the Camila account declined to verify their identity, citing fears of online. So she didn't even talk to her.
I mean, that's anybody's right. I think they, was it Taylor Lorenz? Just tried to get a hold of Tug, and he declined to verify his identity. He didn't want to deal with it. That's anybody's fucking right.
She didn't even confirm it. She just goes on to declare how she has more than 20,000 followers in support of Heard, asking the public to reevaluate the narratives Depp team and supporters pushed during the trial. Her posts have contributed to the growing online movement in defense of Heard now that the dust from the trial has settled. This is all lies. This is
Wait. The reason she's explaining Camila's account is because it literally had to do with Camila's account. Again, I have no love for this woman, but an explanation is needed if you want to understand the story.
all a narrative that Kat is pushing. That's not true. This isn't true.
The cops were called on Tug multiple times. Yeah, we talked about that. That doesn't mean that he was doxxed recently. Dox means your information goes online. Those are fucking crazy people that are harassing him, and that should be arrested.
Who's behind it? What is this growing online movement? These are fair questions Laura asked, but she's now deemed a conspiracy theorist. Meanwhile, don't.
Yeah, you and me both, and everybody else online. Welcome to that.
Forget, Camila nuked her whole account. Camila went offline when the heat hit. Nope, I'm not here. I don't want you guys to find more proof. I'm outie.
Oh, come on, that was so fucking stupid. That's a little sus.
Okay, but yeah. So she's lifted up not only as a hero, but as a black female survivor, a woman. Here she is. They started by harassing an anonymous black female survivor of IPV off of this website. High off that excess. Unfortunately for them, I couldn't care less about how much BS they reply to my tweets. I'm not leaving. Tough luck. Camila left because they started slandering and putting other black women in danger in her name. It was twisted and disturbing. The misogynoir.
Oh my God, Kat, shut up. She just literally said a misogynoir in the community is rampant. Shut up. Do you know how many of us in this community are not male? Do you realize that? A lot of the bigger names are, I'll give you that. But there are amazing people like Laura, like Dr. Soup, like SEC, that are not male, that have covered this for a long time. So stop with the, sure, there's probably some misogyny, sure. But it's not, it's way less than the geek community, I'll tell you that. At least from being in both, I think it's actually a pretty fucking great community. Kat Tentenbarge is a serious piece of shit. Yeah, she really is. She really is. I like her hair, at least what I can see. It's about her best asset.
This community is rampant. I hope wherever she is and whatever she's doing, Camila is at peace. She did great work here. Oh, but then Camila comes back to engage in more toxicity, to engage in the messiness. And here's Kat. Camila! Two besties in the main.
Okay. That's really. She interviewed her. It probably went back. She came back because of that situation and she said Camila. That doesn't make you besties. Ah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I know, Nick, but I'm pretty sure that's fake, except for there was some creepy shit that Saggy exposed about him on Telegram. But yeah, the other stuff is.
Mainstream media. There it is. So here we have someone who's never been confirmed as being black, or a female, or a woman, or.
Who fucking cares? Let me repeat myself. Who cares? Just like Tug has the ability, or anybody else in this community, to remain anonymous if they were not previously doxxed. Who cares? The reason why Tug originally wanted to be just that umbrella guy was because it was about Comicsgate and he wanted to just be a consumer. Actually, I think before that he did tech reviews, if I remember correctly, long ago. But he just wanted to be seen as a typical consumer, a face in the crowd. Let these people be the face in the crowd they want to be. Most people go online it sucks, but to be assholes and don't realize there's a person behind that screen. And a lot of it happens. I fucking hate it because I deal with it too, but it happens.
Or a real survivor of IPV, suddenly just Kat believes it. Kat's lifting this person up. And she just gets to reactivate.
Of course Kat believes it. These people are blinded by their ideology, right? At some point, you've got to look at people like Camila and Kat and go, they haven't had that click moment. They haven't had that moment that they were close to, that they realize you can't just believe all women. They haven't had a realization because they're so blinded by a generally toxic ideology and they just believe it. Just like they just believe Amber. And the fucked up thing is, no matter what evidence you show them, they're going to anyways. There is no point in trying to get them to change their mind on your time. They're going to have to see the flaws in their own ideology on their own time. I went through it. It happens.
Whenever she wants to cause trouble. That's how this works. Fun time being on here for the day. Love you guys. Stay well. It's fun in the chaos, but I'm a deactivate. Miss you guys. Thanks for support and kind. Love you. And then bounces again. So yeah, I hired a private investigator.
All right. So that's why you hired a private investigator. Because let's break this down here, okay? If that's all, let's make sure that's all of his evidence.
An investigator with access to a digital forensic firm that can confirm the online identities and does it for the government. I did this legally, doing everything legally. In fact, I haven't presented any information yet because I want to make sure I do this legally. But I want to know who this person is myself so I can inform you guys, generally speaking.
Hold on. Wait. Let's repeat that.
This legally. But I want to know who this person is myself so I can inform you guys, generally speaking.
So I can inform you guys, generally speaking. Okay. Now let's see what her crime is, okay? First off, if anybody should be looking into this, it's not him. It's Tug or Laura. We never got to the point where this was his issue, okay? Second off, the reason why he wants this person looked into is because she was an NBC article. Is because she was an NBC thing. Doxing and exposing? Do you realize that by exposing somebody, you're doxing them? His only good justification here is she was in an NBC article for 2 paragraphs. Andy B is sitting down. I was trying to be super serious here. Because she didn't dox anybody. He made that clear in this video. She didn't actually dox anybody. And if his followers were to listen, they would realize that too. He made it clear in his video that Camila did not actually dox a single person. Okay? So then what's her crime? Why does this random person on Twitter deserve to be doxxed? For being in an NBC article. That's it. Of which he had nothing to do with. I cannot believe that his viewers are okay with doxing somebody just because they were in an NBC article. Or even if it was multiple articles. Why is that okay? JD has been speared in the worst possible way, so Andy is fighting back. Against one person that literally just has a different opinion? Are you okay, Fatima, with silencing people that have a different opinion than you? Johnny won. The majority of the public, the mass majority, knows what kind of piece of shit Amber is. Knows what happened. His evidence was literally that she was in an article and Kat Tenenbaum, or whatever it is, interacted with her on Twitter. That's why this random fucking person deserves to be doxxed. Make it make sense. I have no idea, Robert. I don't understand it. Maybe they're getting paid good. I don't know.
Speaking, whether, who is she? These are the questions I want to ask. Is she lying? Was she working with Amber's PR team? I think that's a fair question for me to want to research. I would think it's something Kat would want to research as well. Is she even who she says she is? Is she a black female woman, survivor of IPV?
Joseph, you're grounded.
Is she someone
Why is it your business what race she is? Why is it your business if she's ever had any sort of violence directed at her? Are you kidding me? So here's his reasonings. He wants to prove, is she lying? Was she secretly working with Amber's PR team? Is she who she says she is? Or even someone journalists should be trusting? Now, journalists are not exactly trustworthy. Journalists have not been trustworthy for a very long time. I just want you to listen for a second. Just hear me out before you react. If this was somebody hiring a private investigator to go after Tug, would you stand for it? If this was somebody hiring a private investigator to find out if, say, Incredibly Average was who he said he was, would you stand for it? Would you think it was okay then? If this was somebody wanting to know the race and if anybody had ever received IPV of SEC, would you think it's okay then? Or Dr. Soup, or Stevie J. Raw, or Come Geek Some? Would you be okay with it then? Why do I care? Because he's using his fucking audience to dox somebody. Everybody in the Depp community should care. This is not what you should fucking stand for. You call out your own bullshit. You don't let fucking bullies silence people. Gamer, you got to give me more than that. You can't just say you're wrong without a good reason. Nobody should be doxxed because it's a difference of opinion. Nobody should be doxxed because their tweet goes fucking viral. Are you serious? We would be livid. We would all be making videos or streaming or talking about it, writing up articles. If somebody wanted to do this to Tug, if somebody wanted to do this to me on Amber's team, if somebody hired a private investigator to try to find out about me, would that be okay? No. Not a chance in hell. It's just interesting that you care so much about this one, yet Dox Camila. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I love the gaslighting from this Kate person. I love it. It's interesting that you care so much about this one. I care because of the idea this is what a fucking bully does. They try to silence people through fucking intimidation. And that's all this is. This is intimidation. It has nothing to do with him. Not a damn thing to do with him. Not a damn thing to do with him. Nor did she dox anybody. But he's pretending like she did. He's framing it like she did. JD did lose support because of Camila. Prove it. Prove it, Fatima. Prove it. I don't believe for a second after that trial that Johnny doesn't have the majority of support. More support now, likely, than he's had in 15 years, 10 years. He has more support now than he has forever. But you're going to twist facts and act like I care about this one account when I've said multiple times I have no love for this account. I don't agree with a single word they say. Nothing. But what I disagree with is Johnny Depp fans being like, sure, we can dox people that disagree with us, when nobody in the community would allow that happen to our side. Not a single one of us. Not a single one of us would stand for that. Actually, many of us stood up for Tug when they wanted to dox him. Right? We all did. We all fucking did. And we do it again because it's wrong.
Journalists should even be trusting? These are fair questions that I'm asking. Now, as I made it clear, and yes, I did it. This is an expensive procedure, folks, just to be clear.
Oh my God. I'm not letting, just no. This is, you know what? I'll let you see it because it's so fucking ridiculous.
My ad here, if you want to support the channel and any of the research we do, which is not.
It's expensive. I'm hiring a PI to dox a random person. It's expensive. Pay me.
DOXing.
Nobody should have to work for free, but this is fucking ridiculous.
It's research to investigate, pop figures, and are they who they say they are? If you
popular figures, he literally said earlier that she only has 20,000 followers on not TikTok, Twitter. I'm sorry. I'm not being mean here if you have less, but that's not a great threat to fucking anything. It's not a great threat. And a lot of it is probably just Amber supporters. So it's like preaching to the choir every tweet she puts out. Popular figures, though.
you'd like to do that, you can not only subscribe, but you can donate using Cash App. Use my code if you don't have Cash App. You can support. You'll get free cash as well. And you'll be supporting creators like myself and the content and the news we bring to you. So lots of ways to donate. And if you
That's one thing I don't. I probably fucking should, but I don't. I don't think I've ever plugged my Patreon or Subscribestar or anything like that. I just feel weird about it. I feel uncomfortable doing so. And it's so like, flip it. Again, not saying he should get paid. No, I should do it. I wish I could do it. I just can't. But the idea, what you also have to understand is he came back at me and he said, because I said, oh, it's ironic you think I'm doing it for clicks and views when you literally took money for the Queen's death. And he said, well, why should I do it for free? The news does it. The news gets paid in like what we get paid in with AdSense. The news doesn't get super chats, honey. Goodness gracious.
you can't afford to donate, don't worry. At least subscribe. You can get merch. You can become a paid member, or you can join us on all the other methods here, along with my friends who are on this channel as well. So I appreciate you guys if you can support. You're allowed to do whatever you want. Don't tell them otherwise. Now, as I said, that I would be doing this to my fans. As this started coming out, and I'm finding dirt on Camila, she hears about it and she reactivates her account to come after me.
Sending her Amber bots to spread. Wait. You announcing that you're going after this person is okay because it's not sending hate. But her reactivating her account is sending bots? Goodness, Amber, and I think Amber and Andy would get along just fine. He monetized the Queen. Absolutely he did. Oh my God, are you serious? He monetized also that Brian Laundrie case. He monetized so much death.
She sends her bots and spreads the word that I'm unhinged, which is a popular word that a lot of the Stan accounts start using.
Yeah, I don't like that word. I also don't like the word meltdown, right? It's pretty fucked up. It's not something I think, it doesn't make sense. If you start using language that doesn't make sense, then language loses its meaning, right? Goodness gracious. I'm not subscribed. I think I might still be subscribed to him. I'm gonna have to rectify that after.
And I'm DOXing her, and then I'm gonna get someone.
I'm actually glad I was. No, you know what? I wouldn't have known about it because I didn't watch it anyways. I don't watch his Amber Heard. I don't watch any of it. I used to watch him for like his nerd stuff, right? I don't watch any of his stuff anymore. But I think it was the only reason I seen this, I think, was because of Saggy's first stream about it. Not yesterday's, but the one before. I haven't watched that one yet.
Unalived. She then reveals she's an extremely young girl. Here she is, the receipts here before she left.
If that is true, you are fucking garbage. If that I'm not saying she even has to be a minor. Now, I'm not saying it's even true because we don't know, right? It's not really our business to know. But if she's a young girl, 22, 21, 19, 18, anything, it's fucking terrible. It's not just terrible. It's a whole new level of garbage. It's a whole new level. That's when you stop.
I want to highlight the importance of this because number one, he keeps saying things like criminal history and other things that allude to the person he is talking about not being me. He is actively putting someone else in danger of harassment being, you can read it. And then she goes on to reveal, I'm an extremely young girl, and this is not only creepy, but incredibly unhinged to hire a PI to look.
I mean, it's close to unhinged. It really is. Considering she didn't actually do anything to you. Considering that she did not do a single thing to you or dox a single person. That's kind of what unhinged is. It is fucking crazy. We'll just go with fucking crazy.
Look into a Twitter account. He knows how JD fans work. There have been investigations by the Department of Justice for threats. These things are not okay. I deleted my account in an effort to help the woman that was harassed, that was being accused of me and other people. But then you just keep coming back to cause more damage. I get it. I simply cannot let these people continue to do this. Team YouTube, you need to do something about this.
More damage? This is what I don't get about him. Does he not see the irony in half of these statements? The more damage? You're literally hiring a fucking private investigator to dox somebody. What are you talking about? Now, I will be fair. He did say in email he wasn't going to release all of her information. That doesn't change the fact. This is weird. This is a road you don't go down. This is not. I'm sorry, there's nothing okay about this. I can't even wrap my head or try to imagine a world where this is okay. And if she is a young girl, you are garbage. You are a bully.
Do what? What? I haven't done anything. I'm asking questions. I haven't done a single thing that would require you alerting this team YouTube. This is a scare tactic, guys.
Yeah, that is a scare tactic. He's absolutely right. That is absolutely, and they're doing the same thing to me. I made a video about it probably a week and a half ago. They're doing the same thing to me. Absolutely the same thing. These comments today are the fucking best. Andy Bays and buttermilk. And buttermilk. And buttermilk. You're misinterpreting a lot of things. Well, actually, that's kind of a badass name. But name one. If you can name one, I will give you the credit you deserve. Listen to the Nate the Lawyer's stream. I don't know who that is. I would have to look them up.
And now suddenly she wants to tell everybody, okay, well, all right, let's take her word for a second, okay? Let's humor this Camila for a second. Okay, well, now she's a girl, an extremely young girl. This once black woman, survivor of IPV, is now an extremely young girl. Okay, got it. So that means Kat, as I say here, who previously confirmed she was an expert, not only on IPV, which makes no sense. I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess it's...
Did that article say she was an expert, though? Got it in my drive. I'll look, but I don't think it said an expert. Maybe it did. But regardless, are you telling me that a young girl could not have experienced IPV? You realize age doesn't matter on that. I'm looking through here. So I don't know where he got that from. Because the article that I have is the one that he showed earlier. And in nowhere my mic went out. This is going to probably sound terrible. I have to use the one on my computer. How bad is it? Somebody let me know. I watched the trial. I know he won, but I don't really care. Come on, guys. Let me know how bad it is. You sound fine. Not bad. You're fine. Okay. This is why I need to channel my inner Andy. I need to channel my inner Andy. I can say that. Say that 3 times fast. But I can't. Yeah, no. I have a Blue Yeti X, and it's been going out. I've had it for 2 years now. It should still be working, um, but unfortunately, it's not. They dox Tug. What are you talking about? No, Camilla did not dox Tug. I hate to break it to you, but they did not. I've seen many videos of JD supporting turning their backs. That's all I'm saying. All we're asking for, Fatima, is one. Proof of one that specifically changed their mind because of this person. A Blue Yeti action. So I don't know what the fuck happened. It's my power source. And I didn't even hit it, and it just stopped working. I really, really hate it because it's like a $200 mic, and it was like I one of my actual things I was so fucking happy I had. Let's see here.
Possible,
Get back
but
to
an
this.
expert on IPV? That's something you usually wait for, like a spouse or a more serious relationship than somebody who's extremely young.
Oh, that's what I wondered if he was doing. So he is saying that because she's young, she could not have possibly been abused. She could not have suffered IPV. You realize that could be like even a high school relationship, right? I wondered if he was going there. He totally fucking went there. Wow.
Okay? You can definitely experience things, but really? I'm sorry, and that gives me pause. If I'm a journalist, that would suddenly give me, how young? What does that mean? Okay, so I didn't know about that. Also, so you're now an expert on court document research. Got it. Which is it? Here's Kat saying two of the people I've had most impact are Cocaine Cross and Camila. Both create threads that distill important info from court docs and testimony for social media, which is how pro-Depp creators amassed widespread support for him in the first place.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we went through evidence. We spent hours by ourselves. We didn't have people helping us. We spent, I probably put in, for the UK trial, 200, like a massive amount of hours going through transcripts and documents. And I know I'm not the only one that did it. That's what we did. We found things that nobody else found. We went through pictures. We went through all of it. The Amber Heard team docs Tug. They did not. That was done by the Kick Vic people. Docs Laura. They did not. That was NBC. Am I saying it's okay? Obviously not, but that's a lie. Goodness gracious.
So her two main sources are, look at that name, and then this person who's now admitted is just a young Stan account, who's clearly just trolling everybody, who stalks people.
There he goes lying again. Where have they, even in his own evidence, he showed that she didn't dox anybody.
Yeah, and the validity of some IPV expert.
Wait.
Riddle me this.
So they didn't actually put it in the article. The expert word comes from a tweet. Lord have fucking mercy. I don't know who Cocaine Cross is. I have no doubt that they're insane. There's one, the one that went after me was like aspire to be better or something, and they actually tagged in that cat person. Luckily, that seems to have died down, and you know how to fight it? By continuing to do what I do. Continuing to do what I've always done.
Camilla's extremely young. How is she an expert TV? Exactly. These are fair questions to ask. Why are AH stands worshiping her? That is creepy, guys. Super creepy.
Wait. It's creepy when Amber Heard stands worship these people. But it's not creepy when your fans come in here and worship you. Gotcha. Okay. Just going with more hypocrisy here.
This is beyond creepy. And you look at this, how Kat has painted her as this black female woman survivor.
They started by harassing an anonymous black female survivor of IPV. Again, you're going with she's young, she couldn't have been abused. That's so fucked up. Or at least alluding to that. You didn't outright say it, to be fair. But that's what you're alluding to. She's young, she couldn't have been through this. Yeah. It could have been a high school relationship. It could have been right outside of high school. It could have been college. She could have got married at 19. You don't know these things, nor is it any of your goddamn business.
This is effed up, guys. This is an NBC journalist who has no qualms just believing an anonymous Twitter troll and taking their word for it. So yeah, I don't think, Camila's credibility really is worthy of the stamp of...
Hey, Matt, apparently you're my best friend because we talk all the time, right? I had Andy tell me to go hang out with go pal around with Matt Jarbo. I was like, oh yeah, because we've streamed together once, like a year ago. Besties ever! Hello, Max, how are you?
Approval of NBC News. What do you think, guys? Also, Laura deserves a damn apology. Kat.
Yeah, she absolutely does. Again, conflating the bullshit. Laura wasn't doxxed by this person. She was doxxed by NBC. And you literally just admitted that. But 2 seconds ago, lied and said it was another person. To get more fucking what? Money on your Cash App? To hire a private investigator for a random Twitter account and dox them? You're fucking with me, right?
And everybody else, she's asking real legitimate questions, unlike you. You're just deeming them conspiracy theories and labeling us the Q group, but she's the problem.
Are you really? You're not. There's no way. There's no way he's really offended by being called a conspiracy theorist. We've all been fucking called that. Get over it. It's not like they're making fun of you. They're calling you a conspiracy theorist. It's not even... LMAO, we never talk. No, yeah, I know. Yesterday, because I offered, if you want to explain yourself and try to save face here, you're more than welcome to come on. He's like, I have fun palling around with Matt Jarbo. I'm like, that's not an insult. I have no issue with him, nor do I pal around with him. It was dumb.
This is scary, guys. Legitimately scary.
What's scary?
And I'm not trying to remove her from her...
Stop it.
...job or anything. I'm just calling out the facts, Kat. What you're doing is absolutely unhinged. And I have every right to talk about it and expose it and actually try to figure out who she is. Because you are now calling Laura a liar, a race, awful thing.
She didn't call her any of those things. At least in the evidence you showed. Again, lying. It was NBC. It was literally NBC. What Camila said, since we're all feminists again, can we revisit Depp v. Heard? And it was a thing. She told NBC, all she said to Laura was, I am not that woman, move on. Are you kidding me? How can you spin this? How can you honestly spin this so badly?
Because Camila told you so? What else is she hiding, guys? What else is she hiding? This was never about DOXing Camila.
But that's what you've pushed this whole time. That's what you pushed this whole time. And you literally, this was never about doxing Camila, but that's what you're doing. It's about uncovering biased, then go after the journalist. Corrupt journalists. So desperate for clout and culture wars. That's what you live on, Andy. Stop it! Stop it. Stop it. We all feed into the culture war. Stop. To push their BS narrative. Sure. I agree that their narrative's bullshit, but so has yours been this entire time. Oh, by the way, support me on Cash App. Hello, Jay.
All you morons out there. who are out there trying to make it about that. Pay attention. Open your eyes. You want to support this person? No. It's about uncovering biased, corrupt journalists so desperate for clout and culture wars, they will do anything to push that narrative.
Who the fuck said they wanted to support her? Who? Who, Andy? Amber stands? Who cares?
Anything. Are they getting paid? I don't know what they're... Why aren't we allowed to ask these questions? I'm being challenged because I'm begging you for cash apps to ask legit, expensive, and dangerous questions. And I'm the conspiracy theorist?
No, you're just an asshole and a bully that's trying to dox people because you don't like what they have to say. Because they went viral and were on NBC. Or an article on NBC. Like, they didn't even dox anybody. They didn't even dox anybody. Do you realize how corrupt this is? I'm going to lose so many subscribers today. I know this is a fact. Because there's a lot of, like, in this community, there's a lot of just, like, people that like him. And that's fine. I gave him the benefit of the doubt many, many times. Even after threatening Mad Max. Did you guys forget about that? Andy, did you forget about that? I actually didn't know about that until recently. So, Max, I apologize. I didn't know. Max wants to remain anonymous, and he has every fucking right to. But Andy unmasked him. So this isn't Andy's first fucking rodeo. This isn't the first time that he's done this. And it won't be the last. This is why these fucking bullies need called out. Because nothing of what he's doing is okay, and you know that in your fucking heart. You fucking know that. Not a single amount of what Andy has said here justifies the means. And he plays like a fucking victim. Yeah, see here, Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, I wasn't fucking kidding about that.
In terms of why
a pro-Depp YouTuber was sent a cease and desist letter. Yeah, this is the article. Again, he's going to show you that it wasn't Camila that fucking doxed him. Oh my God. Andy looks like like the Wish Kevin Smith. Maybe the off-brand. Kevin Smith is fucking awesome. How dare you? The weird justification of people being okay. Hey, Saggy, I know you're in here. Do you care if I show your video of what he did to Max? So all of his lovely fans can see what he's done before and what he's trying to do again? Show it. Yeah, buddy. Let me find it here. This is weird, guys. It's weird that you're okay with this. At least there was a couple of you that were like, I'm cool with doxing. I don't give a fuck. But if you're not okay with, if you are speaking out against Tug's doxing, you should be speaking out against this too. I'm sorry, that's just the truth in the situation. I feel bad for herself. She needs a break from Andy. She deserves to stand on her own. I feel bad for her because she does all that fucking work for him. Like, why? Why not put that in your channel? This video is so good, too. Oh, yeah, that's what he tried to do, too, Saggy, was say it was all these Amber supporters that were speaking out against him in order to claim, like it wasn't the Depp community speaking out against him. He framed you as an Amber supporter. He framed all of those people as Amber supporters when I think only 1 out of the 4 that he showed were actually Amber supporters. Or he'll try to say they're crazy. No. Nobody in this community should be okay with doxing. You need to do your homework. We've done it. You need to do yours. Maybe watch this video.
On October 2017, amidst multiple allegations of professional misconduct during the hashtag #MeToo movement, a woman whose name I will not give oxygen to accused Signor of sexual assault on multiple occasions. However, text messages between Andy and his accuser confirmed those allegations were false, and that their relationship was in fact consensual. This did expose that Andy, who was married at the time, was having an affair. Even though this cleared Andy of allegations, the damage was done. Andy Signor was cancelled.
They don't tell us anything until the film comes out. I would be totally okay with that.
Andy Signor came back and started his own channel, Popcorn Planet, that has over 200,000 subscribers. He started to see rise in his views and subscribers. However, he wasn't at the same place he was when he was with Screen Junkies before the false allegations.
Hello everyone, Popcorn Planet, I'm Andy Signor, and I want to react.
People were happy to see Andy back and growing.
I also want to make it clear that I have nothing against Steph and Kim. I don't know them, so I know nothing about them besides they're on his channel. But I do think it's pretty fucked up they're supporting this. But I've got no ill will towards them.
The rise was short-lived when Andy Signor has had numerous other accusations come about his odd behavior when it comes to how he interacts with his fanbase, his critics, and people whom called him friend. Andy and his group of YouTube personalities, Jody of Jody's Corner, and Nerd Report's Louis Leppa, have been accused by multiple smaller content creators of manipulating adult supporters and taking advantage of their fanbase, as well as stalking and harassing their critics. One notable critic in particular is a YouTuber known as Mad Max the Mandalorian.
By the way, go sub to Saggy and Max. They're both awesome.
Mad Max was very critical of Andy and Jody, but was more critical of Jody during this night and Jody's thoughts on entertainment media. Eventually, this led to Jody issuing a threat to expose the anonymous YouTuber on his live stream.
I am in possession of Mad Max's face behind the mask. I am issuing a warning to this man.
I want to go. I'm going on
Andy
record.
can be
I
seen
don't know anything
claiming he
about
was
them.
unaware of this prior, but it turned out to be a lie when Andy was trolled by a fake Matt Jarbo YouTube account in his chat where he openly admits that he indeed knew about it.
Fucking calm down. I'm over it. Matt, leave the fuck alone. You're starting to freak me out. It's obsessive.
It's scary. It's scary, isn't it?
It is legitimate, like single white female. Like, dude, move on. Are you? He's like Max the Mandalorian. Do I gotta like we gotta dig up some dirt on him to sort of scare him to shut up too? I don't understand. Like, we gotta dig up some dirt on him to sort of scare him to shut up too? I don't understand. Like,
We gotta dig up some dirt on him, scare him to shut up too? I don't understand.
But this is just the tip of the iceberg. The web of lies and manipulation is just the beginning. Make sure you don't miss it. Part 2 of the weird world of Andy Signor.
Aha. Such a good edited video, too. This wouldn't be the first time Andy's done this. It's what I want you guys to realize. He's done this before. People that he doesn't like, who don't agree with him, he will. And you know, just go to YouTube, type in Popcorn Planet Exposed or something like that. It's not okay. It's not okay. I didn't agree with Max during that time. I'm not a Snyder Cut fan. I'm not a Snyder fan. I liked Watchmen, whatever. But the problem is I would never, ever do anything to hurt Max or his family. And I think that's a mutual respect we should all have for each other. The problem is when you lose that respect, you go down a place you cannot come back from. And that's very close to where he's at right now. If he would have said, I'm out, I thought this was something different when he found out it was a young girl. Fine. I would have never talked about this. If I don't even know that that's true. But the idea that it's true should turn you off enough. Nothing about this is okay. And I have a lot of people that hate me online. A lot. I had somebody come to me and say they had information, and I told them to bury it. I do not want even my biggest critics to have any sort of ill will in their life. I don't want any of their families to have any ill will. Don't want them to lose jobs. I don't want them to have anything bad come of them because they disagree with me online. Especially when this looks so bad. Think about it from an outsider's perspective. I didn't realize Amber Heard had actual supporters. Are you kidding? I've supported Johnny Depp before it was cool to support Johnny Depp. Please, Lisa, do your research. I promise you will never see me here again. Peace, homie. The issue is here, from an outsider's perspective, how it looks. It looks like Johnny Depp fans are willing to take it to an extreme. It looks like Johnny Depp fans are willing, and supporters, I don't mean fans in like a derogatory way, I just mean supporters, are willing to harass, dox, and manipulate facts when the whole point of this entire trial was to get the truth out there without manipulating it like Amber did. So if you start playing Amber's games, you start to realize you are no better. We got through the UK trial together because we went page by fucking page, realizing and finding videos where she contradicted herself. Or maybe she lied about the phone. We found the phone, the blue phone, in the Caribbean. We went through this shit and did it the honest way. And now that he's won, not only in Virginia, but in the public eye, you want to go the honest way? Or you want to go the dishonest way? You want to start harassment campaigns against somebody? You want to dox somebody? No. Nobody should stand for that. Not a single one of us should stand for this, because this entire time we've done it the honest way. We've got the truth out there bit by bit, channel by channel, social media by social media. But now you're going to make us all look bad. And now you're going to give us all a bad name. And it may be too late. It may be too late. It really fucking sucks. You fucked this for every one of us that supported him for one way or another. You fucked us all. Single-handedly. Not just me. But you made it look like Tug's willing to dox people. You made it look like Laura's willing to dox people. You made it look like all of us are fucking bullies that want dissenting opinions quieted. I am not fucking okay with that. Let's take a bet. How much you want to bet he's going to EFAP your stream tonight? I mean, he's more than welcome to. The mic goes bad halfway through. And if that's the case, and if he sees this, we did this piece by piece. And you single-handedly are trying to unravel this. This is not what Johnny would have wanted. This is not what any of us should want. We worked our asses off. Day by day, you fucking bully. We worked our asses off to get the truth out there. And you want to get the truth, your truth that you twist out there by hiring a private investigator? Didn't we all damn Amber when she did that? Didn't we all damn her when those documents came up, when she wanted to dox all of you on Twitter? None of us stood for that. All of us spoke out against it. But that's exactly what you're doing, you fucking bully. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that someone would go this low. I don't care. He said he wants to share generalities. But if it comes up she's not who she says she is, he's going to share it. That's doxing. That's doxing 101. I don't know. I think it's pretty messed up. I think it's really messed up. I also think it's very fair for anybody that donated to literally ask for transparency. Make him show you that this private investigator was paid for, or forensic firm, or whoever he said he's working with. I can't imagine. I can't imagine how scared that person is. I would be terrified. Again, I have no love for her, but I would be terrified. Make him show you the receipts. Make him show you. Make him be transparent. You want to see that was paid. Who cares if you get called a conspiracy theorist if you're not being one and you're being honest. Absolutely ridiculous, Andy. And then he comes at me like I'm this bad guy trying to... He always uses... I know he uses it against some of you guys too. Clout chase, right? You're a clout chaser. What? I've never said a bad thing about you. What are you talking about? This is just so nefarious. I don't even know how to formulate the right words. It makes me so mad. Worked my ass off on this channel to look like a fucking crazy person because you're willing to dox. And as much as people don't admit it or won't admit it, a lot of people do guilty by association. And that's what you've done to all of us. Goodness gracious. Andy is being what EVS and the others accuse you. Let me see. Accuse you of being, continuing to milk AH. Yeah, because this was unnecessary. Well past things for clout. The funny thing is, I had somebody come at me yesterday. Like, that's what you do when you put shorts out. Okay. I'm not sure if you guys know how shorts work, but I have a short that I got almost 20 million views on, and I got paid less than $20. Less than $20. You want to know why I put shorts out? It gets the truth out. It gets, yeah, sure, I'll get some subscribers from it, but they don't cross over to real videos. Generally, they don't. I don't put shorts out there to get a whole bunch of money. You don't get a whole bunch of money. You don't get paid. You get paid maybe $1 every million views. My shorts don't get millions of views. I put it out there because maybe it will be that one person that sees it and goes, maybe I looked at the trial the wrong way. Shorts suck, but they do help with subscribers. I can't lie there. Like, I absolutely love that. What kind of crap is YouTube pulling with low payout? The funny thing about that is you have to put shorts if you want to get new subscribers. So it's an endless cycle. You're making content for free, right? Like, the TikTok format. But you don't get paid shit for it at all. And it's really sad that they make you do shorts, live streams, regular content. And my regular content's been sucking lately because of my mic issue, because I was sick last week. But I'm not going to lie, I like streaming so much better because it's less editing. Oh, and I wanted to let you know, tomorrow I will have a stream that I normally don't have at 7 p.m. But that is because my tiny channel doesn't let me do shorts. Really? That's really weird. But I'm having Sean Gordon Murphy on. Woo woo. I'm so excited. And then he can only do stuff after 7. So fucking so excited. We'll talk comics. We'll talk Beyond the White Knight. We'll talk Punk Rock Jesus. We'll talk plot holes. We'll talk White Knight universe. I'm so excited. Like, I'm so jealous. The funny thing is, Sean came to me. I was like, oh yeah, I love it. Andy attacks men on his show. Andy does this thing where he's like, it happened to me, so I'm an expert. It did happen to him. But that doesn't give you the right to do what you're doing right now. It just doesn't. No fucking chance in hell I'm okay with this. There is a very, very rare time when I am okay with doxing. And it is very few and far between. Like, the only reason I was even halfway okay with Libs of TikTok is because she put her own information out. And it accidentally got found. And the issue was she was getting a bunch of people fired from jobs. She was getting legislation changed, like in Florida. People were crediting her with changing of laws and such. That was the only reason I was, and that was a gray area anyway. It was very weird situation. This is nothing similar. This woman has never gotten anyone fired from their job. The doxing that he talked about wasn't done by her. He's literally skewing the facts to make it sound like it is, but telling you out in the same sentence that it wasn't her that doxed anybody. I really hope that more people, absolutely, Katya, I really hope that more people in the Johnny Depp community stand up for what this has always been. And that was about honesty. That was about truth. Like, even Johnny's thing is never fear truth, right? Goodness gracious. Quick question. You seeing that video of someone fixing a Little Mermaid trailer? What? By whitewashing the actress? Are you kidding me? Wait, they made the actress white? That can't be real. Do you have a link or something? Wait, they literally made Halle Bailey white? Andy doesn't know what truth is. That's the sad truth about it. Just a sec. Okay. Oh my God. I bet she fucking is devastated. Oh my God. I can't imagine how she feels. Andy is Amber, not Johnny. Andy is absolutely Amber and not Johnny. Absolutely, 100%. To the point of going just as low. And that's the scary thing. Ben, wait. They've been calling her ugly too. Calling who ugly? You need to refute somebody on their facts, right? Not on ad hominem. Robert, did you find it? Someone used AI program to make her a white redhead. Holy fuck. What the fuck is wrong with this world? Oh, they're calling Halle Bailey ugly. Are you serious? It was taken down. I'm looking for a backup. Are you serious? That girl is so far from ugly. Like, it is peak 2022 when you have grown ass men complaining about fucking mermaids. I just can't take it seriously. Like, that movie was made for kids. That is a live action remake that probably half of us will never see. Because I'm super over remakes. Like, I'll probably watch it. I'm not going to lie when it comes to streaming. But I still haven't watched the Lion King one. I still haven't. I would fuck a mermaid. What the fuck, Saggy? I don't think Robert can find it. Grown-ass men complaining. I mean, that's what they're doing, right? Oh, you did find it. That's what they're doing. They're complaining about fucking mermaids. Like, who cares? Who really cares? Okay, let's... No. Alright, hold on. Let me share the screen here, guys. Oh my god. I am kind of stuck for words. Thought the Sandman sucked too. Quit lying. Quit lying. Quit lying. You loved the Sandman. Alright, let's... Oh my god. This is fucking breaking my heart. Who did this? Who fucking did this? Why would you do this? Like, what in your brain thought, I am going to change a trailer? I shared a link yesterday of a bunch of girls really excited, right? Who thought, holy shit, I'm going to change your skin color? Because that's a normal human thing to do. Are you joking me? Let's watch it. It's only 8 seconds long, but this is... I thought it was pretty low when they did it to Agrabota, but that was a picture. Oh my god. Wish I could that doesn't even look good, but notice how they keep her voice, right? I don't even know what to say to this. It looks fucking terrible, for one. For two, one thing I do wish they would change with this is make the colors pop more, because clearly she has red hair, right? I wish even the fish colors would pop more. I'm not surprised that they took it down. The saddest part, the first said, the woke cells fail and all that, but the next tweet said, this had nothing to do with racism. Yeah, it absolutely did. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? This whole thing, I get it. Like, you feel a little like you're being replaced, but this isn't about a fucking 45-year-old man, white fucking man, most of them, fifis. This isn't for you anymore. Nor was it really ever. Yeah, it was for children, but it was demographically put for girls. I don't even know what to say. This is terrible. It's not racism. They're trying to sell Playboy with a gay man in the cover. Elon, buddy. I'm not sure what that has to do with Little Mermaid. I'm in shock that anybody would be this low. I really don't know why you would think this was okay. Like, if blackface isn't okay, then whiteface isn't either. Wow. Like Raymond said, they tried to claim it was for educational purposes? I'm kind of shocked. I don't even know what to say. No, for you, it is a terrible argument. I have terrible arguments all the time, Shane. What are you talking about? No one should have done this. You got to remember that actress, she's a person. She's a person too. I get it, you're punching up, and that's more acceptable in society. But I hope to God she never sees this. Fuck whoever did this. That's terrible. How many actors have done that? Whiteface, I can think of several inches. Shane's high. The only one I can think of is when Robert Downey Jr. did blackface. That looks terrible. That's so sad. I love how they're like, keep it like the original. When in the original she had green skin and blonde hair. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. That's terrible. Anyways, so's Andy. Back to the subject at hand. So's Andy. I'm gonna wrap up, guys. I'm sure Andy's gonna be pissed, and I don't give a fuck. All that matters is her voice. Exactly. Fucking exactly. And her voice is goddamn perfect. I really, 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 really hope she never sees this. For, like, her heart's sake. For, like, her... I would be devastated. Bottom feeders is right. All right, guys. I am going to wrap up, but yeah, I really do hope people call this out. I don't like this. I don't like this being taken advantage of taking advantage of the Johnny Depp community. I think it's really, really classless. It's what bullies do, and it is fucking low as fuck. I'll see you guys next time.